Alright, people, I'm going to be exposing Tristyn Lee's secret to having 4% body fat. How is it possible? And let's break it down. So before I get into that, let me break down what is body fat. And yeah, so body fat is body fat, right? Your body likes to have fat. If there's no fat on your body, you will die. If you have too much fat on your body, you will face a lot of health issues, diabetes, health problems, lung problems, so forth. So the body likes to hold on to a little bit of fat in order to protect your body, right? And fat serves a whole lot of purposes, such as hormones and power and stuff like that. So fat is very important. And when you become super shredded, that is also a problem, because now you are depriving yourself from certain nutrients, and just being that shredded is not good. So what I'm trying to say is that anything below about 6% for males, anything below 6% is in the danger zone of, of anything and everything, essentially, right? Risk of muscle loss, risk of fracturing, mental issues, physical issues, internal issues, and so forth. For females, it's about 8 to 10%, you know, anything below 8 to 10% is dangerous for females, right? And yeah, so if you want to achieve 4% body fat, just know that you're going to endure a hell of a lot of issues. Like, you're going to endure hell, essentially, right? So Tristyn Lee has to endure a lot of issues on a daily basis, right? Being super shredded itself will cause issues. You will feel fatigued, your energy levels will be down, your recovery issue may be hindered a little bit, your performance, your physical side will definitely be impacted. Everything overall will be impacted when you become super shredded. And Tristyn Lee, I'm pretty sure he does face, these issues on a daily basis. But people who are insanely shredded don't really expose themselves when it comes to this situation, because who likes to hear about the dark side? No one, right? And this is why I'm making the video. So Tristyn Lee probably has to feel like shit every day, foggy mind, feeling fatigued, feel like crap, and so forth. That's what having low body fat feels like. You feel like shit ultimately, right? And who wants to feel like shit on a daily basis? No one, right? So that's the cons of being super shredded. You're going to feel like shit. Your performance and your physical aspect will be decreased, and so forth. So you have to take that into account, right? So yeah, ideally, let me say this again, ideally the body likes to hold on to fat, a little bit of fat, not too much fat. For males, it's around 6 to 10%, and for females, it's around 8 to 10, maybe to 12% of body fat. And that is a good lean physique to have, around 6 to 10% and 8 to 12% for males and females, right? That is a perfect situation for a good physique. Anything above that is considered overweight, and anything above that is considered obesity. So find your happy medium and go from there. But anyways, let's dive into Tristyn Lee diet, and let's expose him, right? It's funny, expose him, because a lot of people speculate this guy uses steroids, and how can he be super shredded without taking steroids, and how can he be super shredded but yet hella muscular? Okay, well, let me just tell you, people, that if you're a beginner at lifting and have no idea how Tristyn Lee developed his physique and how he maintains it, you're a newbie. You're a beginner. I don't know why you're talking shit. You're just a bandwagon person who has probably low self-esteem and has no type of knowledge in this fitness industry and stuff like that. Whatever. Essentially, you have no knowledge nor any experience to properly dictate a accusation against him. You know what I'm saying? In order to accuse a person of using something, you have to break it down and give insights about it, which I'm going to do right now, right? So Tristyn Lee, let me just tell you that Tristyn Lee focused on a keto diet or a meat-only diet, okay? So essentially, he's always in ketosis. When your body enters ketosis, it will utilize its own body fat as energy, which results in fat loss over time, okay? So when you deplete yourself from carbohydrates, which the keto diet does, and meat-only diet does only too, right? Your body will enter ketosis. And carbs are the number one source of energy. So if you have no carbs in your body or in your system, right, where does your body gain its energy from? It has to get it from somewhere. So it's going to get it from your own body fat. I know, as scary as that sounds, that's what it does, right? Everyone enters ketosis throughout the lifetime, once or twice, if not more, right? And you may not be aware of it sometimes. And this is what Tristyn Lee does on a daily basis. He enters ketosis on a daily basis to maximize his fat burning potential. And this is why, and this is how he is able to develop a lean physique. And this is how he is able to maintain this physique, right? Now, if he was able to introduce carbs in his diet, he wouldn't be insanely shredded no more, because carbs hold water, and carbs go into your muscles, which holds water. So it's a double whammy, right? And carbs, right, are like glycogen. They're gonna fill up your muscles to make you look bigger, more watery like. And he doesn't do that. So when you have no carbs, and when you're burning fat all day, what's going to happen, people? It's common sense. You're going to be a fat burning machine, okay? And I know this because I watch bodybuilding. I've been researching bodybuilding for 5 years, and I myself do this bodybuilding lifestyle for 5 years straight now, you know? I've never bulked up to the point where, I had my on seasons and off seasons. No, I'm always insanely shredded year round because I love the aesthetic look. And this is what Tristyn Lee does as well. He loves the aesthetic look because you get more compliments, you get more attraction, and overall it just looks better compared to a big bulked man, depending on the person, obviously, right? So this is how Tristyn Lee is able to develop and maintain his physique. He eats in a calorie deficit. He utilizes the keto diet, right? And at the end of the day, he is losing fat and maintaining or building muscle at the same time. And you don't need steroids in order to do this, okay? Now, if you got everything dialed in correctly and properly, as in your nutrition, your nutrients, your protein intake, your fat intake, if you got a strict schedule regarding your sleep, your habits, your overall lifestyle is on point and dialed in, you can achieve anything that you want. And it's much better to go about that when everything's dialed in, because now everything's going to be easier to do. You know what I'm saying? So if you have proper sleep, you'll have better recovery. If you have better recovery, you have better workouts. If you have better nutrition, you have better body fat management and so forth. You know what I'm saying? So if you have everything dialed in, it is hard to go overweight. It is hard to go off track because you are so dialed in that, it's like a habit that you've created, and now it's a daily ritual that you're going to go about on a daily basis. So there's no secret formula to his physique or how he maintains it. I don't believe steroids are involved because, staying shredded just requires a very, very, very strong mind. Like I said, you will feel like shit all day, throughout the day, every single day. If you're insanely shredded year round, you will feel like shit. But that doesn't mean that, you can't endure that. You can't handle that. You can't go that low of a body fat. If you are capable of handling it, then you are capable of maintaining that and or developing that physique. A good example is people who don't go to the mountains and want to go to the mountains, right? You have to adapt to that type of conditions because going to the mountains is not normal for us humans, and this is why people train for the mountains, for Mount Everest, the altitude, the coldness, everything, the environment itself will impact your body as a whole. So you have to train your body. Same thing for dieting and getting shredded. You people have to train yourself. It's a daily battle to be shredded because you can't overeat. You can't eat specific foods. You have to eat at a certain time. You have a regimen. You have a routine. And you can't really go off track, because if you go off track just a little bit, you may enter another pathway, and that pathway may take you somewhere else that you don't even want to end up at. So as a consequence, you will gain fat. As a consequence, you may become unhealthy. And this is why Tristyn Lee really focuses and prioritizes on one thing, and one thing only, which is the bodybuilding lifestyle. He lives and breathes and just, yeah, lives and breathes bodybuilding and dieting, you know. Just imagine if he wasn't on point with his nutrition or his diet. What would happen? He wouldn't be as muscular, he wouldn't be as ripped, and he wouldn't be as popular, because a lot of people cannot endure this type of lifestyle. A lot of people can't even put themselves on that front line to get as shredded, you know. And don't get me wrong, when I was overweight back in the day as a teenager, you know, just looking at ripped people with abs, I'm like, how in the hell did they even get that? Now I realize, yo, it took some hard work, and no one really talks about it, because, you know, they want the shortcut, the short way. They want the shortcut. They want a fast way there, and there is no fast way. And for the person who goes through the hell in order to develop such physique, such as me and Tristyn Lee, you know, it's a rewarding thing when we hear it from other people. Wow, wow, wow. But when we hear, oh, steroids were involved, oh, you're using this, oh, whatever, it kind of throws us off from our hard work and how much blood, sweat, and tears we put into this, you know? So ultimately, people, I don't believe Tristyn Lee uses steroids or uses any type of PEDs in order to develop and maintain his physique. At the end of the day, he utilizes the keto diet to enter ketosis, to be a fat burning machine, along with intense workouts and great recovery. And that's all you need. That is all you need. Steroids, you don't need that. People use that because they just want to suppress their genetic limit. Thanks for watching.